What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. Some free supplements in the pinned comment. I'm also a Weeble preferred influencer. Use the link in the pinned comment. Deposit any amount of money right now. Over 600 of you have done it. They'll give you 2 free shares. Before someone says, this is clickbait, I want you to watch this video. Well, leave my video. Go watch this video now if you want. Or watch it when I'm done. Doesn't matter, but I want you to watch this. If you want the NFL licensed game, if you want the best visual game, Madden will always be your answer. Always. So you can accept that now and move forward. But EA, every developer on that game needs to watch Luke come out here and address a community. He starts off by thanking you. Me, us, for providing feedback. And he talks about how they're going to use it. He doesn't belittle us. He doesn't berate us. He doesn't say, thanks for all the feedback. We're only paying attention to the positive ones. Thanks for all the feedback, but some of you think that we can't sleep or be with our families to provide all this, so we're going to disregard that. Instead, he reiterates. He understands that people are playing multiple football games and that they feel there's still a desire in the marketplace to have a customizable simulation football title. So he goes on to say that the goal now with Maximum Football is to create the ultimate football sandbox experience so that you can create the game that you want. If that's an NFL game, if that's an AFL game, if you want to go back and play through a season with the ESPN Playmakers teams, which was a great TV show. Then he talks about, again, taking from the feedback what the community wanted, what they liked in the game, what we'd asked for years for Maximum Football. And he says the current customization will maintain itself, but be pushed forward for both the team and the player to give you more options, and the Dynasty mode will return, and they'll expand the features. Right away, not changing what we wanted. Not changing what's there. Not blowing everything up and starting again, taking the core components that we've asked for and building off them. That's how a game gets better. Now, secondarily, he talks about the negatives. What people said was hindering them from enjoying this game more, playing this game more, buying this game in some cases. And I think we all understand the graphics were the number one thing. So to improve upon the graphics, they're going to move forward with Unreal Engine 4. And they say that should be a vast improvement. But they're also working with former pro players to motion capture going forward so that the game visually looks smoother. That's 2 of the biggest issues right there. Not fixed. Not next year it's a whole new game. Not next year it competes with Madden all of a sudden. But we're working to make the game better, and we're listening to you as the customer. Now, most interesting in this video is he says that they're working not only with past team members from Maximum Football, former college players, former pro players, and that they're doing that to get the game logic better. They're also working with past Madden members. He also pays homage to a certain game he references from 2005. Now, what's interesting about that is a lot of us in the community know people at EA openly admit they've never played that game. They've never played what many of us feel is the standard bearer to simulation football or even just football gaming. And Luke goes on to say that in playing that game, they're trying to build a less animation-based gameplay in favor of a more physics-based and user control system. So again, I'm not telling you that overnight Maximum Football is going to become some juggernaut, but I am telling you that this is the process that in life anything gets better. You have a product, you understand its shortcomings, you work to improve them, you understand its strengths, and you build off them. Separate anything away from Madden that you want. Whether you love it, whether you hate it. I think we can all agree a big part of the reason Madden is not better is because they don't build upon things. Things get put in, put out, halftime shows, vision cones, practices. You can't build a base and move forward to make a better game if you never work off that base. And what you see here from Luke is a commitment, a promise to build off that base and do so with community interaction. So again, this video for me has went longer than this video for him. That's because Luke's a professional. But I did want to get out here and talk about this, direct you guys over to this video. If you're not familiar with what this gaming company already has done, they actually have a lot of quality games in the marketplace. A lot of them are kind of a niche game that you have to be involved in a certain style of gaming. And that's okay. I went and looked. They actually have some games ranked in the top 50 in terms of Microsoft and PlayStation 4 consoles. What's interesting is there's another game we've talked about that is actually ranked outside of the top 50 on one of those consoles. But it really is interesting to see a non-sports gaming company step up to the plate, take control of an asset, and then how they are going out and interacting with the community. Because, I think a lot of companies would have just bought the assets to this game, rebranded it, threw it out in the marketplace for $4.99, and said, let's see how much money we can make. Let's see if we can, get people to buy it just based off Doug Flutie's name or whoever name they wanted to get on board. Sell it as a mobile game. Sell it as a free game and load it down with DLC. But instead, we've seen the exact opposite. We've seen a company that is opened up to our community, asked to become involved, asked for feedback, asked for accountability. Now all we have to do is see the follow-through. And I know that's the hardest part. That's the longest wait. But I can also tell you from experience, 10 years working with developers, this conversation that he comes out and has in 3.5 minutes is the hardest conversation for someone to have. Because a lot of times, whether it's their game or a game they've bought, no one wants to admit their product is bad. Because that essentially says to you that they know their product fails and isn't worth your money. So for him to come out and say all these things, they are the right things you should want to hear as a gamer. And it leaves me with a lot of hope as to where this game could go. Again, I would recommend take a couple minutes out of your day. You've already taken a couple minutes already. Click that link, support this company, and let them know you appreciate the fact that they're coming out and interacting with us and wanting us to get the best game going forward. Because when we have a company that wants to build a better game, you know what that allows me to do? It allows me to be back in the week with more commentary.